Billy, do you agree an excellent performance today against a side who've blown some of the teams away in their own pre-season and the best that we've seen from ourselves in pre-season?
Jeff, I think what you do in pre-season is you just have to, every game you play, no matter what opposition you play against, you just look to improve on every game, to improve fitness levels, to improve the quality, to improve the levels that you play in, and certainly today I think we improved again.
Sure.
I thought every player did really, really well, regardless of what minutes they had or what minutes they didn't have. And I thought against obviously a Chesterfield side that, Paul's come here today, and we thank Paul and Danny for bringing the side, because it's massively important to a club like us to get teams like Chesterfield, local teams, to come. We've had a decent crowd today. I think we'd have had a lot more if the weather
had been
the
better
forecast.
Start,
but
yeah.
we thank and what we've done at times, what we've had to do in pre-season at times, but especially today we've had to really be resolute. And there was a period in the second half where they're virtually having a lot of the football, Chesterfield, but we didn't buckle, we didn't lose our share. And I think it's really important tonight, and that we got the goal, got the result, if you like.
Yes.
I think it's massively important that we got that goal, that we got. We know, Jeff, it's pre-season.
Yes.
What we need to do is keep people fit. We've already lost 3 players already in pre-season. We've already lost Lewis Salmon. We're already going to lose Lewis Salmon in 2 weeks' time. Well, a week's time, because he has to have operation. He's got double hernia. So we're losing Lewis Salmon. We've already lost David Solidami, who's got a knee problem. That shouldn't be too bad. We've lost George Cantrell.
How long do you think George is going to be out for now?
Has a possibility for Friday.
That's great.
Has a possibility for Friday, but so today we have to get through that game without picking up any oranges.
And
that's what we do. We picked up nothing, but I thought every player had to be at the real maximum. I was pleased with the starting 11. The only negative of really the full day really is the goal we conceded, which was not great.
No.
I was bitterly disappointed because of all the things that Chesterfield can do you and unpick you, and all the fantastic players they put together and the players they've got. For us to concede on set pieces is not good enough.
No.
Because we are a big side. We do very well defending our own box, and that's the part today that is a real negative, and obviously we know that, we understand that, but apart from that, Jeff, everything today around it has got a positive. Everything.
Absolutely, and some real positive performances. Not all of them can be named as yet, but a few of the players who are going to be new to the club possibly, they were very particularly impressive, which is a good sign that you can add those to the backbone of the existing players that we had from last season.
Yeah, I think like you say, they're all playing the part. I think Jack Leckie's come in, signed Jack Leckie last week, signed Jack Leckie, which we wanted to sign obviously, and Jack Leckie's come in. I think he's done really well in the 2 games with Axon. He gives us quite a bit of pace in the centre half position, and he's come in and done ever so well. So and like I say, I think there was just good performances all around. First half, second half. There's some really good level of performance. Good level of performance. We've got players that are still learning to play at this level. We really have. I mean, when you think about it, Jeff, dear me, we've got George Willis is our oldest player. With the starting 11 today, we had George Willis as a starting player. What is he, 30, George, or something, 29, 30. And then you look, and there's not many players over 25. 25, we've got, so the players are doing really well.
We are going to have a young squad. would you look to probably ideally get an older head around?
I've said before, what we've got to do is try and get. For me, we still need 3 players.
Yeah.
We still need 3 players. We're still trying to get 3 players in. Everything we're trying to do, we're working as hard as possible to try and land them players. And for me, we still need 3 players in the building. And all we can do is keep asking the questions and see if we can land the right target.
I suppose the way these things work, it can often be in the week before the season proper starts or something like that, when people finally decide where they're going and things like that.
It's like you say, a lot of things are taking a lot longer than usual. But all we can do is keep turning over the stones and see what we can get. But today's not about. Today's about the players and the players in the building. From the first day of pre-season, the attitude towards it. We've really worked these boys hard, Jeff. We really have. You know, we're going into games. We're actually going into games heavy legged.
Yeah.
Because of the work we've tried to put into them, because we've only got that Tuesday, Thursday evening.
Yeah.
So we really have worked hard on a Thursday night. We've really worked hard. So when they come into games, they've still got a bit of fatigue, but this is what we've got to do. Yeah. You know, this is what we've got to do with our players, and they are coming in the game slightly fatigued. So when they can produce that, when they can actually produce that today, it's admirable, Jeff.
Of course.
What we've got to do is we've got to do it. You know, we'll train Monday, Wednesday, and then we'll do Friday. So we're having the 3 sessions close to each other next week. That's the schedule. Yeah. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Obviously, we play Stoke on Friday. Different tests, different tests, different questions to ask. But on today's performance, are we pleased today? Yeah, obviously we're pleased.
And just to finally to say, great to see a goal for Billy Fewster. I know it's pre-season, but great to see the lad scoring and making great progress in pre-season after the injury he picked up, which caused him to miss all the second half of last year.
Sometimes, Jeff, with Billy, sometimes I do it quite often. I forget how young he is.
Yeah.
Because of his physique, because of his stature, because he looks older than what he is. Yeah. You sometimes forget that he's only 21. Yeah. You forget how many games he's played at our level. He's only 21. Yeah. So he can sometimes pick a wrong choice. He can sometimes, but his energy, his fitness and his quality, you know, his finish was fantastic. Yeah. But you sometimes forget that he's 21. Yeah. And that's where we are with Bill, and he's worked so hard. When he wasn't playing last season, along with other people that had long-term injuries last season, if you like, from the Christmas period, when he wasn't playing, we found it difficult at times.
You could notice the difference, and that's...
And he is, and what Bill is like I say, he's a bit sporadic at times. Sometimes his choices are A1, but he's 21, still learning this game still.
Sure.
And what he gives us, though, is energy, power, and he's quick. He's quick off the ground. And like I say, he's done ever so well, along with 20 odd players today that we played.
Absolutely, and of course it's now starting to move into the second half, very much the second half of pre-season, if you like. Are you pleased just generally overall with what you've seen so far? I think you've made a lot of positive comments already about that, Billy. But do you think the last 2 fixtures are what we need to Stoke and then the Quorn fixture to finish things off adequately?
Yeah, I don't. You know, that'll be 7 games, won't it, Jeff? If my count's right, that'll be 7. That's enough. Yeah. That's enough. What we want to still do. Well, we're at a point, Jeff, still where we want to have training sessions still. Yeah. We must have training session. Here to work on, if you like, the tactical side of it. But these players still need miles in the legs. Yeah. They still need miles in the legs. Yeah. And yes, the games are fine, but we still need the running sessions.
Yes.
We still need the running sessions. It's as simple as that. So yeah, we're pleased where we are. It is what it's another game, pre-season game, and yeah, we carry on.
Thank you very much, Billy. Speak to you after Stoke.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you, chaps.
Cheers.
Thanks,